Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to JB Trading News. Today's date is 27th day, August 2026. How is your day going? And today is Thursday, and tomorrow will be the TGIF. But let's quickly focus on today. What is this JB Trading News? The first one is about ICPC exposes 4 government officials who aided fake presidential council. Now, they are 4 top, meaning that this man, Adeyemi, the DG, the son PFIPC, has not been working alone. That means there were government officials. The claims, you can see them, they expose them, then the forge, what the ICPC cover, the forged documents used to secure approvals, then fake state Adau's letter signed by the Yemi himself, gaps in being procedures exploited, names of government officials implicated, then investigation in progress. Then we'll look at these are the point that they raised there. Gain from the use forged document to second recognition to got help from inside officials, then to gain access to financial systems. This is very, very serious. That is how the Adeyemi penetrated the government systems. Then let's look at the second one. This is let's quickly look at the second one. Okay, this is about cement price surge worsens Nigerians' housing crisis. Now, this is what I've been saying for a while now. I'll be complaining about. I've been saying the cost of cement is abnormal in Nigeria, and also it is not even making people to even think about building, because how much is salary? How much people are earning? Actually, we have a very huge sum of people working as salary earners, and salary nowadays, even minimum wage, cannot buy more than, even cannot buy up to 5 or 6 cement, bag of cement. And this, you can see now that Dangote cement now over 15,000 naira. That is per bag, per 50 bag each of this. Now let's look at it here. Each like this, each bag like this, each bag is 15,000 naira. That is very huge. And you can see now, what the surge is hurting Nigerians. There will be rent will become unaffordable. You can see the property value soar. Price of to construct 3-bedroom flats, an average cost will jump from about maybe 5 million to 15 million, or 10 million to 30 million. That is to show how it is. It's not only cement, but cement is just one of the key usage or key materials that will be used or that's needed to construct buildings, to cement the floor, to plaster the wall, and so on. How long have to continue like this? It's so sad. The next one is my husband affair with 20-year-old didn't rape her. That is the man. He's 40 years old man, and then according to the Delta State Police arrested Odogwu Asaba. Odogwu, that's his name. That's popularly known. Odogwu Asaba, 40 years over the alleged death of 20-year-old Favor Ugagobro. Now, the idea is that his wife came out to defend him, to say that it's what, my husband cannot do such thing. He cannot kill a fly, then he didn't commit any crime, and then that it is consensual, meaning that they agree on the engagement of the meeting up. I don't want to use the words because of the guidelines of community. So let's look at it now, because now we are somehow restricted in expressing ourselves. Sometimes we analyze news. Police say he invited her to Asaba under the guise of teaching content creation. The purpose of the invitation or for the get that will meet him is to learn content creation. And because when you are popular, you are likely to be getting some people try to look for help to know how to do the content, the things you are doing. It can be content creation, but because it's popular, it can be copywriting, it can be graphic design, it can be anything. But you know what? This is what that happened. Then he took her to hotel, and then Favor later died after ingesting a toxic substance. So that means she consumed a toxic substance. Last snapper, or anything, it is so toxic. It's just so toxic. And that's very, very sad. At the end of the day, this is the quote from the woman. Odogwu Asaba did not kill anybody. I know my husband, he only had an affair with the girl. He only had an affair. That's according to what they say. So let's look at the next one because of time. Dangote Refinery threatens petrol export as imports eat 43%. This to show Dangote is claiming that he can provide supply the local, domestic needs, meaning that Nigerians that are currently living in Nigeria can really get supplied, meaning that the Nigeria's demands is lower than what it can supply. So why importing? Because of that, he's threatening that he's going to be exporting petrol. Remember, he's currently he's also importing crude to refine because Tinubu APC's government has mortgaged the future, the revenue. What's supposed to be available for Dangote is not enough, meaning that there's nothing left for them because they have taken, according to what we have been hearing, but not being confirmed yet, because they are so running secret government because they don't release adequate confirmed informations to the public. So they try to confuse us, trying to make us to not know how they are making money, how they are stealing the money, how they are hiding the money, and how they have bastardized the country, the nation, the economy, the security. So that's what we are talking about. So now, imported petrol supply in July, 50% of total market supply. So that means, it seems that importers, and then they're going to complain that why is the government, what Tinubu is giving more people access to import when he can supply the Nigerians. But you know what? This is a country where the same Dangote also said that accused Tinubu's importing fuel from Malta. Remember the time when Tinubu did not want to offer the crude for Naira deal. He later started saying certain things. We're trying to release the secret or divulge some kind of things that were exposed to Tinubu and the APC government. But at the end of the day, when the Tinubu succumbed to the demand of crude for Naira, then that's when perhaps he kept quiet and then he did not talk more about this. But you know what? This is very, very critical issues. Let's move on to the last one. Okay, I already discussed about this before. So this time I can go today. I'll see you by God tomorrow for another edition. That will be TGIF edition. Remember, time is not always on your side. You will think that you have the old years. You have the whole. You have 2 centuries, 3 centuries to live. You only have one life to live and enjoy your life. And then that's what I want you to understand this time around. Time is not always on your side. Just know that when it's time for you to take action, take action. When it's time for you to relax, relax. Anytime you have to run. And if you are gasping for air, keep on running until you get to your destination. But if you have to sit and relax, make sure you relax well. See you tomorrow for another edition.